Okay, as promised, this is the second step of this assembly video. So the second video in the series. In this video, I'm going to actually, drill holes, put the hooks together, use the bolts, and show you how to make joints. So it's gonna be a little bit long. The first thing we need to do, notice I have the bolt. I've imported it like I did at the end of the last video, so that's pretty awesome. But if you look at our backing piece, it's got no holes in it, and it needs some. So we're gonna edit that. There is a kind of nifty way of doing this, a cheater way. The easiest way is to extrude through. Extrusion makes your life pretty easy. So in order to do an extrusion though, you need to be able to draw a 2D thing and then push or pull. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to construct a plane. Notice that this isn't really perfectly flat at the bottom. And since my hole will end up going through all of this, if I try and just do it on this surface here, it will not cut through the rest of these surfaces. So I've got to be a little careful, and the way I'm going to actually do it is I'm just going to say construct an offset plane. I'm going to capture this position. I'm going to pick up the plane, that one, and I'm going to say at 0 inches from there. So basically I'm taking this top plane and I'm going to do a sketch in that plane, draw my holes, and then as I extrude through, it'll actually go through everything. So my life will be good and better and happy. So I'm going to create a sketch. I'm going to create a sketch on this plane right here. I know that the sketch palette's kind of covered. We've gone over how to do the basics before with the sketch palette, and since I don't need to do too much here, I'm just going to very quickly draw the holes. It's going to be very similar to the hook. So I'm going to draw a point. I'm going to put it, I don't know, here somewhere. I really want it centered. Can we get a center? So I'll just put one here, and I'll put one there, and now I have a point between those two lines. So that's cool. And then I'm going to do L, go from here to here. It's 90 degrees. That's nice. We like that. And now doing a point is much easier, so I'm just going to point, click on that guy. Hooray, it's at the midpoint. So now I know the hole is going to be centered in the middle of this little section. That's what I wanted. I also wanted to be 0.5 inches from the end because remember, that's where the hook holes were. They're 0.5 inches from either the center and then kind of distributed over evenly. So to do that, I need to do a dimension. I'm just going to click D. That does it. The D key does it. Notice that it's not 0.5, so it's type 0.5, hit enter, boom, that part's done. All right, now I need to draw a circle, so I'm going to do that. 1.196 is your clearance hole. I'm going to hit enter. Well, I don't actually want these here. Oh, I see what they are. Yeah, I'm just going to delete that. I'm going to delete that. Aha! There we go. That's the kind of hole I want. Sometimes you got to delete extra lines. Notice it had that little box and a plane which says that it's being projected. We want to get rid of that. Okay, so now I know that this is 0.5 inches here. It's in the center of that spot. Notice it kind of overlaps that whole thing, right? If I look here, you can see where it's going to cut. It's going to cut straight down through, but I want 3 of them. So to do that, I just click on this feature, sketch, rectangular pattern, and I want to do the top one is your extent in the x direction or horizontal, and the bottom one is in the y direction or the other direction, and I don't want to do anything there. I'm going to double check. Okay, that looks pretty good, so I'm going to say okay. Now I've got my 3 holes. Sweet. All right. So life is good. I'm gonna actually go click my sketch palette, and you can't see what I did. I just stopped the sketch. Okay, so now I've got these. I'm going to shift click them so they're all selected, and I'm going to go create extrude. And we want to actually cut through. So I'm going to say negative 1.2, which really is just to make sure that we actually cut all the way through, right? I don't have to do 1.2, but 1.2 will cut it all the way through, which is what I want to make sure I do. So I say, okay, boom. Now I've got these nice holes cut through, and this part is ready to go. So I'm going to save it. Save. Because now it is ready to go for our assembly. We've got holes, and when we look back here, we've got holes in our part. It should update and show them in a second. And we've got bolts for that, and we've got a hook. So life is good. So I'm actually going to close this design, and I'm going to make a new design. I'm going to call it hook assembly. Sounds like anyway. Like, assembly always makes me think of like a place we go at the school. But, I'm going to the assembly. Anyway. All right, so we've got this new document, hook assembly. I am now going to put multiple copies of this, right? We need 2 copies of the hook, we need 3 copies of the bolt, and we need 1 copy of hook back. So let's start with 2 copies of hook. Insert into current design. Cool. Okay. And I'm gonna copy it. Notice it's okay that it's linked right here because I'm not going to be editing this. Like I want this to be the same thing. Move copy bodies. Yeah, select. I want these bodies. I want this body. I want that body, and I want to copy it, and then I want to paste it. Oh, anyone? Bueller? Okay, sorry, we'll do this again. Move or copy that whole part, create a copy. I'm just going to move it right here for right now. Okay, that should be good. All right, so notice it's in the same plane. That's nice. We like that. Well, mostly the same plane. Close enough. Okay, so we've got 2 copies of the hook. Hurrah. Now we need the hook back, which it won't let me do again. So I'm just going to insert into the current design. Something like there's like an update or something, and now it doesn't do that. I've got Pinwheel of Death. Okay, please move. Nope, I don't want you there. I want you like, oops, I don't want to go to that one. There we go. Okay, so now I've got this guy in here. Hook back is in there. Yep, and then I need 3 of these. Insert into current design. There we go. Oh, okay. So we've got one. Now I can close this part up. I'm going to make a copy of this guy. Copy. Paste. Okay. Paste. Okay. Now I got all this. Yay. And part of why I'm organizing it is because it starts to get finicky when you are trying to do it all. I'm also going to make this kind of go away for now because we're not going to need it very much. All right. I'm going to show you. So down here is a tool that is really useful. Let me see how long we've been going because that kind of matters. 11. Okay, well, so I think I'm going to have to turn this into a third video. So we're at the point now where our assembly has all the parts in it. We just have to actually assemble them. So that's what I'm going to show you how to do. Notice right now, like I'm using the box in the top right to twist things. When you're doing an assembly, there's like a bunch of parts. So it starts to get confusing and it doesn't always move the way you want it to. So this is not the most ideal. The best way is actually to use this constrained orbit or free orbit button. If you use this free orbit button, you can click wherever you want to orbit from. So say I want to center on that part, it will center around that part and orbit around it. Whoa. Yeah. So I screwed that up, but you get the idea. And nope, continue, nope, cancel. And then I'm going to actually do a constrained orbit. Click here. There we go. All right, so we kind of got our pieces where we want them to be. If you're holding a mouse, you can hold down the roller, this part in the middle, and that does just a straight pan, which is also helpful. Okay, I'm going to end this video, and then we're going to do the last one where we actually put in joints and stuff, and it's going to be awesome. So get ready for it.